uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love it. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love it. All right, this is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser, and I am live, uncut, and unedited. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. As I always say, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and definitely be glad in it. All right. So I need you guys to do me a favor tonight. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page and hit like, share, tag. Please do that for me. And we got a great discussion tonight, and we're going to call in tonight, and we're going to we're going to call in tonight. We're definitely going to call in tonight, and I want to remind you guys to try to refrain from swearing. And if you do that, I guarantee we can go a long way. Try to keep from refraining from swearing. So that that would help me out and help you guys out. You know, I don't use the language, but a lot of you guys use it. I'm not trying to hurt you. So y'all just come on in, and we're going to have a great discussion tonight, and we're going to make sure that everybody get a chance to say their part, and we're going to give some shout outs. Oh, I ain't even got it. I don't even know what happened to my oh wow. What happened? They must have took my topic down. Okay. Okay. And they took down my topic. Oh wow. They took down my thumbnail. Oh my God. Let's try this again while I'm here. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. I could have sworn I put the thumbnail up there. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this the best way we know how to. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, we got callers calling in already. All right, let me put the title up there. Just give me a minute. Undocumented immigrants. And I had it longer than that, but they are a protective class here in Chicago. All right. All right, Chicago. Let's put Chicago. And we're going to be right ready. Just hold on. I need to scream out some names of some of my favorite people. They always call. Okay. Always call. All right, hold on. 1398. I see you. All right. I see you. I see you. I see you. Let me get some of my guest people. They on here. All right. Let me call some names out real quick before I get started. All right. LaDonna Horton. Hey, how you doing, LaDonna? I see you just got off work. Okay. Lisa Love. I see you, Lisa. I see you. Willie Travis. What's up, my brother? Michelle Scott. What's up, Miss Michelle? All right. Miss Lane. How you doing? Angela Williams. All right. She said she burned the midnight oil with Martin, but I enjoyed the discussion. All right. Sheila Ross. All right. Sylvia Stone got on the plane tomorrow. I'm going to San Francisco from San Diego. Hello, everyone. Okay. All right. Latanya Gambling. All right. I need you guys to come on in and share the video. Share the video. We're We're going to have a great discussion. We're talking about the city of Chicago, and you're more than welcome to call somebody or tag someone. And exactly that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some tag some people, let them know that Martin Johnson is live, and I'm live, uncut, unedited. I know I'm on late. I always come on late most of the time, but it's good to be able to have discussions like that. It's good to be able to sit Democrats in the same room with Republicans and none of us at each other's throat. There's a time where you couldn't have Democrats and Republicans on an open platform like this with a discussion podcast like this. They'll be going at each other's throat. But I'm glad that I'm black before I'm Democrat. I'm glad I'm black before I'm Republican. I'm glad I'm black before anything. I'm glad. I tell you the truth. It's good to be living in the land of the living. I appreciate my YouTube family. I appreciate my Facebook family. Also, my Twitter X family. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. That's why I try to acknowledge you guys. It's been good. I tell you, it's been good, people, um, to be living. And come on in. We're going to discuss it. And my thing is, who's going to take up for black folks? Foundation Black Americans. We've been left out of the equation, and I see a lot of that. And I want to address that tonight. Everybody wants to be black when it's convenient, but when it's not convenient, they don't want no parts of us. All right. They said, "Well, Martin, you you're talking crazy." No, I'm not talking crazy. I believe what I believe. You believe what you believe. All right, let's come on in here and have a peaceful dialogue. I'm willing to allow white folks to come on this platform tonight. I'm willing to anybody that's undocumented. And if you're not, you can welcome to call in tonight. The number is 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. We want to come all in this space together. And we want to see, I'm acknowledging more people, we want to see some things. We want to say some things. Only thing that I'm asking you guys that you guys refrain from using profanity. Profanity. Please do that. I'm live, and I know a lot of us got to get up and go to work in the morning. I'm one of them, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made in order to get your message out. And that's what we're working on, to get the message out. Get the message out. This is where we tell the truth. And what? I love being black. I appreciate you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to get ready to get started right here. I got one caller, and this caller was our first caller. So we're going to start with the first caller. All right. Come on, 1398. Come on, caller. Thank you for holding. Thank you for your patience. You're live, uncut, unedited with Martin G. Come on, caller. What's up, man?
they cancel. I probably messed that word up.
No, it goes like this.
Mentor young people.
Yeah, they call it young because it's strong, and the old men are for counsel. No, young men are for war, and older men are for counsel.
Yeah, okay. I kind of messed that word up. So I ain't. Hopefully, I can kind of learn something from y'all to kind of mentor me and tell me, how to handle this. But as far as I'm concerned, if they come down here trying to move people around and talk crazy, it's gonna go the other way, man.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
I don't know about other people, but I'm ready to sacrifice something. Like Malcolm X said, when you stand for something, you fall for it.
hmm
And I'm ready to go.
mm. Are you ready to die?
Man, look here. If it gets to that point, man, we gotta make a statement. They can't just coming over here moving people around and doing certain shit. Come on, man. No, you gotta be ready to go when it's time to go.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, I feel you.
Hopefully, if I learn something else from y'all tonight, then hey, maybe it might change my mind. But the way how I'm thinking, they gonna come down here on BS. I ain't for none, man. Like I told you yesterday, I just had to check, you know, the owner of a building or of them down at Immigrant Stage, and I had to check him because they just kicking it and leave trash around and hanging around the church. Like I say, man, my grandma stay on this certain block, so I be fed up anyway. Like, man, it's getting to that point where it's like it might get to that point where it might be it might be time for war.
Hmm. Okay, you say you think it's coming at time, how you think? Hmm.
Definitely.
Hmm. Now,
You ready for it?
yeah, let me ask you a question. Who you going to war with?
Really, I wasn't really thinking too much about people, ICE people. I wasn't really thinking too much about them because they just trying to move people around. But National Guard, because I got some people from different people I was talking about from Memphis. They talking about, yeah, they just can't hang around on our block. They telling us we can't hang at the store and all that. Man, if they come tell me y'all can't be on certain blocks for, kicking it with certain people where we been kicking it this whole time where we be at on certain nights, man, I ain't gonna lie, they gonna have to physically remove me.
Mhm.
And if they do that, man, it's gonna be up from there.
You got an army?
I got a few guys that
Okay.
we talking about.
Okay.
We
Okay.
ain't looking for no trouble, but we been sitting on these blocks. And it ain't no gang activity, but sometimes we'll be at the store catering. Sometimes we'll rotate around the block. It's our neighborhood. I can't
Now,
I
I I
I
want to
can't
ask
be
you.
walking around talking about y'all gonna move on off this block. Y'all told us to.
Younger man, can I ask you a question? I want to be real with you. I want to be real with you. Okay. Do you believe that your firepower that you have, and you don't got to tell me what you have, can outlast the National Guards with this stuff? Do you have any planes?
Nah,
Okay. All right.
me, I ain't looking at it like, man, we gotta outlast anything. So I'm looking at it like, sometimes you gotta sacrifice. You know,
Okay.
sometimes you might even have to sacrifice your own life to stand for something.
Okay. Okay. So you stand up for something because they telling you you can't stand on certain blocks. So you want to sacrifice your life for that. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, if it gets to that point, it's not. We try to break it down to just they say move up this block. We should it ain't even about that. It's about the fact that, man, I've been here all my life. I can't imagine. I remember I was there when Boots was playing from the other side. When my side was into the vice wars or whatever. I still ain't moved, so I can't see myself moving because these dudes that ain't never been here before telling me to move. Like, no, man, look here. I ain't I ain't the most powerful person in the world, but I just can't imagine people that never been here before telling me to move around. I just, I can't imagine.
Okay. Okay, I feel you.
Call me crazy. Call me crazy.
I ain't calling you crazy now. Don't put no words in my mouth now. I ain't call you crazy. I just want you to use a little logic. That's all. Um, so you willing to die for a block that you don't own, you don't control. So you willing to get into a battle, a war, or I'm just gonna call it a battle that can possibly lose your life or somebody else. You can take somebody else's life over somebody tell you where you can't stand. So you willing to do that, sacrifice that for that. Hmm. I'm asking you a question now, bro.
If it gets to that point, man, like I
Okay.
say, gotta understand.
Okay. Now let's go. Let, let, let's let's go a little deeper. 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 Now, I haven't heard you say that you willing to die for your mother, or your father, or your children, or something like that. I can understand, even for your race. So, but you talk about a block. You talk about a neighborhood that you don't own, and that you know. Okay, go ahead. Hmm.
Like I say, I just can't imagine people. I can't imagine people that never been here before coming telling me to move around. After a while, some type of instinct as a man gonna have to keep it. Where it's like you shouldn't be scared to death.
Okay,
It'll prove a point.
okay,
Because like I say, sometimes, you know, sometimes things gotta be sacrificed.
okay. So you willing to sacrifice your life for a block that you don't own? Uh, you willing to sacrifice your life because you don't want to move around? So you willing to sacrifice your life for that? I'm just asking. Make it make sense now.
It's a bigger purpose than that.
Okay, well tell me. I'm here. We talking about it. We men. We talking about it. I want to talk about it.
I'm not really sure even why people are coming, especially since they said that the crime is down 30 some percent. So I really don't understand what the motive is. And and if that's the whole narrative to come down here and certain neighborhoods and talk crazy and whatever,
Well,
I can't do it.
okay.
I can't do it.
Let me say this. I remember the projects was up. I don't know how old you are. I got to kind of figure out. I don't know. And they thought that the police were gonna come into projects. We run this our block. Wound up the whole city shut down the whole projects and tore them down. Where all them people that said that was their block, and they made a lot of money. So a lot of murders took place. A lot of people got hurt. Where are they now? The buildings are tore down, and they're nowhere to be seen in that area. But that neighborhood they call their own. Think about that. Just think about that, bro. And and I know you from the streets. I'm from the streets, and we know some killers, we know some shooters, and some. I know some, whatever. But where they at? All those people that was running the projects on state and federal, all up and down State Street and federal. Where are they at now? They're not standing out there protecting that that area anymore. They tore the projects down. Did they stop the people from tearing the projects down? And you know that interfered with their money. So, what do you think happened? What do you think happened to them people? Hmm? I'm just asking you. What do you think happened to those people? Come on, let's talk. Let's have a talk. We talking. I'm not trying to embarrass you. Let's have a real talk. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. What you say?
Yeah, maybe some died, maybe some went to jail, maybe some have to move around.
Okay.
This a different situation though. Um, I was young at that time, I guess, when that was happening. But this is a different situation though.
So you telling me you don't want nobody that don't live in your neighborhood to tell you you can't stand here and you can't stand there. So now you willing to risk killing somebody or getting killed for because somebody telling you to move around. Is that really worth it?
I think it's for a bigger purpose. But
Well, what
like you
purpose?
said,
Tell me what purpose. Let's talk. We men. Let's come on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We
I
men.
ain't saying I ain't saying it's gonna happen like that, you know.
But you
But the purpose to me is, like I say, you gotta stand for something. You can't let
okay?
you can't.
Well, okay. Well, what are you proving? You trying to protect something that you don't even own or control. Does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to get into your mind. I want you to follow me now. Let's follow. Yeah. You try to protect something that you don't control. Hmm.
Like I
Hmm.
say, I think we all gotta sacrifice something. Like
Okay.
I say, the purpose is bigger than you.
Oh,
It
okay.
could be bigger than.
Okay. Well, what's the purpose? Tell me the purpose of. Tell me something. Tell me something in your own words. What's worth dying for? Hold on. Hold it. Hold on, man. They said they can't hear you, man. Lord, we had all this good conversation, man. Hold on. Hold on. Hold. Hold on. Hold on, man. That was my fault, man. We did all this good talking, and they can't hear you. Oh my God, man. Y'all forgive me. I thought I had everything set. Hold on, y'all forgive me. I'm sorry, bro. They can't. We were just talking and talking and talking. Maybe it's a good thing they didn't hear us. Okay, hold on. Let's start all over. Okay. All right, we're gonna start all over. I'm sorry, people. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Now, what we was talking about. Um. Okay, let's go. Let's start back all over. Okay, you said that you would invest in you a pole, right? And you
I I done already had a few anyway.
okay.
I actually just sold one a while
Okay.
ago, but
Okay.
yeah,
So you telling me you willing to die for a block or neighborhood that you don't even own? That's what you get. You willing to get into a gun battle? That's what you telling me, right? Somebody come in your
ain't that
neighborhood.
ain't that's what they say?
No,
Ain't that's what they sign up to do?
no, no,
Ain't that's what they sign
no.
up to
I'm
do?
I'm I'm
That's what the
asking
police
you,
sign up to
but
do?
no, I'm asking. No. We ain't going on that. We're going on you. You told me in your own words that they better not come here talking crazy and all that, or it's gonna be something.
Yeah, it's gonna be that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's gonna
And
be.
I ain't even
I
the
mean,
most powerful.
okay. What I'm just saying is, give me something that you willing to die for or kill for. Tell me something.
Me personally,
Yeah.
I say, I say, I say the future of the youth. You know,
Okay. I think that's a good reason.
I think, I think they can be impacted by this way more than people my age. I ain't saying necessarily killing is the best way to go about it, but we gotta stand for something. And then, in the process, we got to be ready to sacrifice.
Okay. Okay. Now, all right. We cannot hear everybody. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay.
They still can't hear me?
No, we good. Let me turn the volume. I think we good. We're good. I think we can hear you now. Everybody can hear it now. So okay. Now, what I'm asking you, brother. What I'm asking you. What I'm asking you. So, if the National Guards come in our area, the area that we say we control, but we don't own nothing in the area, and start talking crazy to us, we ready to get into a gun battle with them. So is that what you're saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm
you got to be ready to sacrifice, man.
okay.
Yeah.
So you want to sacrifice your life, or you hurting or killing somebody for a neighborhood or area that you don't even own? Listen, that store. Say like they come up to you and you hanging out in front of an Arab store, and they said, young man, you can't stand over here no more. You got to move around. So you willing to get into a gun battle or gun play with the authorities telling you you can't stand in front of a store that you don't even own and the owners don't like you, So talk to me. Talk to me. Make it make sense. Think about it. I'm just trying to make you think, man. I ain't trying to make you look like no fool. I want you to think.
Oh, yeah, yeah, man, you like no fool because I was thinking about this a long time ago when they even was talking about sending them here. Me personally, it ain't even. I ain't even talking about really no stores. I'm talking about like certain areas and
No,
neighborhoods where they
okay.
just.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, these areas and these certain neighborhoods that you say you're going to protect, if they tell you not to come, you don't own nothing in these neighborhoods. You don't control nothing. How you going to protect something that's
Well,
not yours?
well,
That,
my people own the building on Bishop.
oh,
That's what I'm
okay,
talking
whatever.
about.
Okay, we'll just say, let's take Bishop out of the equation. Anything else?
Okay.
I mean,
Uh, me and a couple people be rotating through asking and stuff like that. But I'm just mostly saying that we just can't be kicking it where we want to kick it at. Like I
okay.
just can't
Now,
imagine we've
okay.
been kicking it
No,
all this
okay.
time.
Imagine this. You get into a
Mm-hmm.
shootout with some National Guardsmen. Okay, they
Right.
got y'all on halted. Y'all inside of a building. You shooting back and forth. They
Okay.
outside. Now, how long you think your ammunition gonna last before you get it? Come on now, just think about it. How much ammunition do you think?
No, of course you're right. Of course you're right. Um, Again, I'm not thinking about that part you talking about.
But
I
I'm
understand
trying.
it. Don't get me
I
wrong.
understand. I'm trying to help you think. That's all. It's my job to give you counsel tonight, help you think. Now, I believe in war. I believe in self defense. Cool. I'm not trying to cower down, but my point is, I don't want you to go out there and sacrifice your life for some people that don't like you, care nothing about you, don't know who you are. You don't own the block for a confrontation, argument. So to show you how tough
Right.
you think you are. But man, listen,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have no planes, you don't have no nuclear warheads, you don't have no farms. Just say this. Say you get into a shootout, you and the guys, y'all in the building on Halsted, and you shooting and shooting and shooting, y'all shooting back. Y'all get hit, y'all done hit a couple of them guys, dropped them. Now, now they cut the electricity off in the house. They cut the gas off. They cut the water off in the house. Now, if they cut the gas, water, electricity off, the food is limited. So if they know they can't outgun you, well, guess what they'll do? They're going to starve you out. Eventually, you're going to come out because you're going to get hungry. You know, I'm just
They
trying to.
gotta. You know what? No, I understand. I understand that part. Of course, you know when they get to that point, yeah, they gonna win. But it's all about making a statement. You know what I'm saying? like I say, man, some things got to be sacrificed, you know. And
Now,
if there's a
okay,
war,
okay.
if they coming on this kind of time,
Listen, I agree with you.
it's
Some
got to
things
be
have to be
war.
sacrificed. But what are you willing to sacrifice for what? I mean, what are you willing to lay your life down for? Now, King said it. If a
I
man
told you,
isn't
I
willing to
told you
die
the
for
people.
something, he ain't fit to live. So what are you willing to lay your life down? Because somebody come in your area and tell you to go in the house, or somebody in the area
Yeah,
tell you can't stand in front of here, you willing to go get into a gun battle.
yeah. You know what? I think the best people to clean our area up is us. Ain't no motherfuckers coming down here. If they coming down here like these ice agents coming down here and all masked up, spraying stuff in people's face, pushing people around. Man, look here. I ain't finna. I don't know, bro. Hey, them Spanish people, they handle it entirely different. How me and my crowd talking about handling it. So if they come respectful, you know, we can handle that in a better light. But if it's just on some how they be handling the Spanish people, man, we've been here all our life. Y'all ain't never finished to be coming around, pushing us around, spraying something in our face. What? Man. Yeah, okay. And I understand, like, yeah, don't nobody want to die over things like this.
Right.
No,
I mean,
nobody
now dying for a
ever lose
righteous cause,
life.
you
No.
dying for your family, you dying to protect your wife, you dying to protect your property. Maybe I could understand that. But you dying
Mhm.
for some neighborhood that you don't own, not even I mean, because you grew up in a certain area, you don't own that area. I gave you an example about the projects. The projects stretch from all the way from 51st all the way down to the low end 35th Street and state and federal. Now,
Right.
them guys was tough in the project. I know some of them. They didn't play. They made money and all that. Could nobody just
Mhm.
walk in the projects? But guess what? That white man came and tore them things down, and they didn't go to war, and that was their money. And the question was, I don't know if they heard me. Where are those guys that now today that said that was their area? They run that. Why they didn't stop the white man for tearing those buildings down, shutting them down, if they ran that
Let me
neighborhood? I'm just asking a question.
let me ask you a question.
No,
Let me ask
no,
you a question,
no, no,
right?
no, 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 no. You can't ask me no question. I'm doing the question tonight because I want to make some sense to my brother. I don't want my brother to go out there and lose
All
his life for nothing.
right, all right. I'm gonna just make this comment.
Okay, well, go
As
ahead.
far as I'm concerned, before we get to the kids, because I kind of already know how these kids, where they mindset going, and you know, I think the best way to deter them from that is for us to step in and kind of play some type of I forgot the word, the well, I don't know. I just don't want them coming at the kids because I know the youngest man, they gonna handle the situation probably worse than I am. Like I said, if they come respectful, we can handle that in a respectful way. But if it's disrespect how they treat them Spanish people, man, look here.
Okay. All
Pray to
right.
God, man. Hope not.
Okay. So you said you in your area, your neighborhood. So you don't own nothing in the neighborhood. What do you own in the neighborhood that you live in or the area you talking about? What you own?
You said my area.
Yeah, you said the
What
one.
area you said?
Yeah, well, you ain't got to tell me. I don't want to know the area. I'm asking you,
I,
what do you
I,
own
I was,
in your neighborhood that you say you hang out at?
like I said, my people's on the building.
Okay.
On Bishop. And my air and my block is peaceful. It's a lot of older people on my block.
Mm-hmm.
So you can really imagine. Like I say, we kind of dictate. what go on around here. And I don't mean like that. Don't get me wrong, because like I told you yesterday, it was immigrants that stayed in. We had to, me and my brother had to check his dude that run this building. He got all these immigrants up in there. I was pretty much telling him like, man, if they break into anybody cars, anybody cribs, man, we coming to you. We not going to them. We coming straight to you. And that's just simply just us trying to keep the neighborhood peaceful. It ain't no gang banging or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what I'm talking about when I'm saying this is the area that we've been in our whole life. So I couldn't imagine, somebody talking about some move around or, like what? And y'all get the fuck over somewhere.
So
I see
you will
motherfuckers.
you would so you willing to shoot the risk your life for somebody to tell you to move around in the community that you grew up in?
Mark, you said actually the same question.
I'm just no. I had to ask again. The reason why I'm asking you the same question because they didn't hear it earlier. We had a whole conversation. They heard me, but they didn't hear you.
Man, I'm telling you, if they come peaceful and respectful, we can handle it just like that. If it come any other way, man, look here. I pray to God it don't go the other way.
All right. So I'm assuming you and the guys got a lot of ammunition. Y'all got a couple helicopters and planes and bombs. I'm assuming that when you talk about
we
going
don't
against
need all that.
Okay, well,
we don't need all
what
that
do you think you're gonna need if you're gonna
ain't-
go to war? You need some equipment, man. You don't just need, hey, come on now, let's keep it real.
Hey, look, as long as you take one or two of them, you already make your point right there.
Okay. All right.
It ain't necessarily about winning. It ain't necessarily about winning the war. It's just simply just making a statement.
Okay.
Yeah, probably y'all wouldn't understand because y'all ain't never. Probably y'all ain't understand because y'all ain't never stood for nothing. And when I'm saying y'all, I ain't really mean you.
Listen, no disrespect. I'm not taking that as no disrespect, bro. No, I'm not sensitive like that. Okay. I'm not.
A lot of people probably never really stood for nothing in their life, but when you really care about your area, like I said, there's a lot of older people stay in my area.
When you say your area, what do you mean?
My area, it's like a couple block radius I didn't grow up on.
Okay, now let me ask you a question again. What do you own? I'm talking about you own on a couple of them block radius. You own anything over there? A store or a house or condo or two flat or bungalow? Do you own anything in them that couple of blocks of radius you talk about?
I own my car.
Okay. Okay.
I own my gun.
Okay. Okay. And you can move around with that, couldn't you? In your car, you can keep your gun on you.
Every day.
So let me just say something.
I ain't gonna count not every day.
Let me say something. Okay, but let me say something to you, bro. Let me say something. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, brother. And the scriptures say he called a young because he's strong. He called a young man for war and older man for counsel. And I respect you first, ready to go to war and all that. But it has to be a good reason going to war. It can't be go no reason because the troops come down your block and tell you you can't stand in front of your house. Now you want to start shooting. That's not that. I don't think that's something to go to war for.
What about the kids?
The kids. Oh yeah. Well, why would they mess with the kids if they ain't doing anything? And they tell them go in the house. They got the reasons. I mean,
hey, Martin. For the last couple of years, Mayor Johnson and Mayor Lightfoot, and this been happening, I think, ever since the pandemic, where the kids been going downtown and messing stuff up, stealing out of stores. Mm-hmm. It got to the point where they created a curfew for the kids.
Okay.
To be downtown. They don't even listen to that. So I can't see them listening to some some fake army guys coming here and telling them to do this and do that. Like,
Okay. Now let me say this to you.
we got kids in our neighborhood that's
Right.
just like that.
Okay. Why would you use the word fake army guys? Why would you use that?
I shouldn't have said that because I actually got a cousin in the army right now, but you know,
Mm,
he kind of a little detached from our reality, so he don't
okay.
understand. I can't like
Okay.
that, but I shouldn't have called them army people. I guess they real, but that ain't gonna mean shit to this switch when they hit them. So that
Okay.
ain't gonna really mean nothing to me. But I
Okay.
understand though. I understand it's stupid to risk your life for something like that. But like I said, when it comes down to it, you gotta sacrifice something. And
Okay.
if you scared to die, then you might as well not even come outside. You might
Mm.
there ain't no war for you.
I,
Might as
I
well stay
I ain't
in
gonna
that.
lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm scared to die over some stupid stuff. A dice game,
Oh, you so wait, so you
or
just scared to
no. I'm
wait, so
finna
you
tell you.
scared
I'm
to die
finna talk
over
about me.
something
I'm finna talk about
stupid?
me. Hold it. I'm scared to die for over stupid stuff. Sleep with somebody's wife, or look at a woman, or cut somebody off on the expressway, or if he got blue on, or if he got red on. I'm scared to die for that. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. Now, when it come down to that for a real cause, a just cause, oh man, I'm all in. I'm all in. But stupid stuff, cause you
Oh,
rode past my block and you mean mug me. Now I'm ready to shoot at you. I can't. No. I'm not willing to sacrifice my life killing you or potential to get killed because you stared at me when you came down my block. Come on,
Martin, what I think you gotta understand is that uh, it's just imagine you and a couple of your guys, y'all out kicking it on the spot. Y'all probably grew up about 30, 40 years, and these guys pull up telling y'all to move around and pushing y'all around and all of that. Like after a while, y'all gonna been a snapped on these guys because they don't even understand. There's people in Chicago killing over less. So this right here, definitely this
oh,
this actually something to kill for, as far as
it
I'm
is.
concerned,
Okay,
because
well,
people killing their own people over nothing.
brother,
So
I have more respect for you if you just say, "Hey, Martin, I just want to kill somebody. I just want to go to war." I have more respect for you.
nah,
But for the way you talking, bro, I
I
have not. You have not gave me nothing that.
did. I
Hold on,
said,
hold on, hold on. I'm telling you, you have not given me nothing of substance that I will go to war with you and help you, assist
so
you. I'm just being honest with you. You have
the
not given
kids
me
don't know.
nothing. No, you haven't given me nothing.
I'm saying the
So
kids don't know.
yeah, no, the kids what? Somebody telling the kids to go in the house? That's enough to kill somebody
Yeah,
for?
the kids ain't listening to the mayor or the police. So what makes you think they're gonna listen to these guys that's coming here out of nowhere?
Okay. Okay. Let me
I
ask
mean,
you.
you making it about me and a certain block, and I'm making it about
I'm
a
going
lot
by
of other
what
different
I'm
things.
going by what you saying, bro. That's what I'm going by. Now you told me your area that you grew up in. Tell me
Mm-hmm.
in your own words, what have you done in that area that you grew up in that you want to protect and shoot and kill somebody? How have you done anything productive in that area? Have you done anything productive that make the area
I
better?
have,
I'm asking,
I,
have you?
I have, yeah, I have, and I done did bad in this area, and that bad. The results of me doing bad made me want to do good. It made me want to look after this neighborhood. And the bad thing that I did was, I want to say, lead some people down the wrong path. It was me and a collective of other people. It actually led to one of my little homies. He was like 15 years old. He died. He got killed actually trying to trade guns with a different neighborhood, and it really bothered me. So I think from that moment on, I wanted to make sure I always leave the rest of the rest of these kids in a certain direction. So even when I come outside or when a couple of my guys come outside, we always looking out for them. We're making sure they eat right, they in school, they doing, you know what I'm saying, because they really ain't got nothing else to do around here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how that sound, but when you get to the point of a lot of our old heads, they don't really be looking out for the neighborhood. Some of them probably ain't even came back to the neighborhood, but there's still kids in this neighborhood that's that'll go the wrong direction if you ain't got no guidance in these neighborhoods for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the things I did appreciate about Mayor Johnson.
Okay.
That's one of the things I did appreciate about Mayor
Let me
Johnson
ask
because
you something.
he went.
How much ammunition you got?
I ain't got enough to go to war with them, but you making it about that. I'm just saying, making a point. It ain't necessarily about a living and dying thing. Because again, like I say, it comes to that point. You got to sacrifice something.
Okay.
I
Okay.
ain't really got no kids. I ain't got no kids, and I look at these my little homies as like little brothers. And we already led one down the wrong path, and like I say, if I'm willing to die for anything, just I die for them. I kill for them. I kill for, you know, my community. Like I say, I don't expect a lot of older guys to think this way or move this way or however a lot of older members want to move. I don't care. A lot of them don't care about the community anyway. So I wouldn't expect them to understand when you just looking out for you and your peoples. You know, of course you ain't gonna care about the rest of these kids that's around here misguided.
Okay. Do you know some of the kids around your within 2 block radius? Are you a mentor to them? Do you know them do they
I
speak to you
do,
when they see you?
I
Okay.
do, man.
Okay.
I've been kept for them more than I thought I ever would when I was younger, and it really just stems from that one situation, us leading one of my little homies down the wrong path, and you know, I know it bothered me, and I know it bothered a lot of
Mm-hmm.
my guys.
Okay.
Again, it's one of them things. You can make it about a block, all you down for a block. I'm just about a whole community.
Okay.
A
All
whole
right. Okay. Well, hold on, my bro. I got Buck on the line. Buck, come on, Buck.
Yeah, man. What's good? What's good? I hear
What's
the
good?
young brother on there. I was praying for him. You gotta have a purpose, man. Hopefully, you get some kind of insight where he a young person. He can find something to do with his life. This is a whole city out here, and you trying to put it on your shoulders like you trying to fight a war. Man, that little toys they got out here, they got a drone. They could blow you up with a drone. You ain't even got to face you. So you might as well forget that stuff. Find something else to do. Get a part time job. Help them kids. Try to be a mentor. If you feel like you got something to offer them, give them some positive advice. If you feel you could lead them on the right track, even if your life wasn't on the right track all the way. Find a way to help pull people up, because going out there without is ill advised. Whatever reason they here for, they here now. And you talking about military, they got strategy. It's a waste of time. You go to a lot of these young boys. I hear them talking this to shy. When you dead, you're dead. It don't matter. You ain't gonna be if you gone. No matter how many people going after you, if you gone, it ain't gonna matter. So you better worry about yourself or trying to find something to do with your life as long as you got one. Because
That
this
right
stuff ain't
there,
worth it.
I,
Huh?
I understand. I understand what you're saying, but that right there, that type of mindset wouldn't even fly in my neighborhood. Because if you simply just care about yourself and you don't care about the people around you, to be honest, again, we wouldn't even want you around us. I'm
I'm
not
just
gonna.
saying, if you want to help them, I say you could
It's,
help them, man. I mean, you could help them if you believe in the community.
I'm always trying. Anytime I'm going out, I'm always running into homeless people. I'm giving them dollars or whatever I could give them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the purpose is bigger than just one person. So if you are just thinking like, oh man, you got to do it for yourself, man.
No,
Listen,
no, I ain't never said that, but I say the youngins fled. The young, forget us homeless people can help them, but they got to help themselves. Young people, these boys jumping off the porch at 8 years old. This different, and I'm an older guy. I can remember a guy, a teenage, 15, 16, getting in the streets trying to hustle and do stuff, street life and everything. At 15, they jumping off the porch at 8. Real
Yeah.
talk. You should know that. They out here real early out here. It ain't really, you can't reach them. It's like a virgin. Once they start having sex, you can't talk them back in to be a virgin no more. Once these boys get a taste of that life out here, you can't talk them back to come back home and play with some toys. They out here for real.
That's right, but you can't help guide them.
But they need some. I mean, yeah, they need to see it though. The one thing about this world is seeing things. We could talk our ass off all day, but we got this, seeing stuff. When they see, it used to be when I was a young man, we had the good brothers. Even if you had no father, it was a good brother on the block you could talk with. If you had problems, you go talk to that brother. He had a good job or something, and he didn't mind spending time with the young brothers. So a lot of time my neighborhood changed because we didn't, through circumstances, they ran a lot of positive black men out of our communities. And for whatever reason, we don't have that option now. And really ain't no really outreach for these young kids because they ain't got no brothers in the school, like brothers teaching in the school or people to help out outreach that really means some good to these young men and women. Because we both, young women and men, need help. So a lot of them, they feel if you give up a teenager, meaning rough because I've been there. I know how it go. I'm out here, partner. I know. I ain't just talking. I know what I'm talking about. You got to have somebody to pull you back, and hopefully that can happen. A lot of people, and I always believe I don't give up on no young people, but a lot of people already. I hear them talking to Martin. Know a few people that called in. They already give up on these young brothers. They ain't never. As long as you got breath in your body, you got a chance. Ain't nothing ever too late.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And it kind of scared me a couple of years ago because when I was out here, doing what I was doing, when we had little bro them kind of just coming around, it kind of scared me because I think after years started to go by, one of them kind of went to jail on some crazy stuff, and he came back and he talked to me about them looking up to us in a certain way. It scared me to the point where I never realized how big an influence you can have, with people, especially young people, being around you. And yeah, it really shook me to the point where, yeah, like I'm willing to die for them. I'm willing to kill for them because I didn't understand, at that time, the influence I had in their life. I don't never want nothing to happen to them. I already know how they moving. I know that they going in a messed up direction, but I'm still trying to help. I'm still trying to guide them the best way I can. It ain't a lot of old.
One good thing you got on your side, I believe they respect you over there, player. Respect is something you can lose. If they respect you, you got to keep them respecting you. And the way you move, they look at that and they want to be somewhat like you. So you got to show them the way you move. They got to see your example. And you can help a lot of people without even knowing it, partner. You ain't got to come that. A lot of young people ain't going to come and say thank you. In my day, we would appreciate people that give them some information, some advice, even just a person to look at to say, wow, I want to be like this guy. If they respect you, you can at least somebody that they can go to and rap with. I'm telling you that.
Well, I tell you, my thing is to him. I don't think you should die for something that you don't own. A block you call your area, and you don't own nothing on there.
If you keep bringing it to that specific thing, you're not gonna understand the bigger picture.
What's the bigger picture? Tell me the bigger. Tell me what I don't understand. I got you on this live. Tell me what I don't understand. Just tell me. I mean, you could tell me. It's your story. You can tell me what is it that I don't understand.
Would you say if they was coming down here to do any damage to your community, would you be willing to stand up and go to war for your community?
I will go to war for my community, but somebody just coming down the block and hey man, we out here trying to diffuse the crime. Ask y'all, could y'all stay in the house? I'm cool with that. But if they I believe in self-defense, bro. I don't have a problem with no man or no woman defending themselves. So the bigger picture to me is, okay, now, if I'm willing to sacrifice my life just to prove how tough I am or how tough I think I am against an army of men that got so much ammunition can shoot for 30 minutes straight. And I ain't got nothing but a 30 shot with a clip on it, with a switch. How far I think I'm gonna go? You know, so I'm thinking.
See,
That's how I'm thinking.
I'm not arguing that point. I understand you kind of outmatched. I don't even expect people in the comments to understand because people study. They saying weird stuff. Maybe because y'all never stood for nothing. Y'all don't understand what it means to stand for something. You got to be willing to die for it. And I ain't even just saying about a specific block. I ain't even saying about something stupid as, standing in front of a store. But like I say, it gotta be for the community.
What community? Okay, what community? What community? What community you talking about? What community you talking about?
I don't want to put it out there because it's people in the comments saying crazy stuff, and I just like I say, I don't think a lot of that's what's wrong with a lot of men now that they scared of something or they ain't never stood for something. I ain't saying y'all.
Brother, I ain't taking no offense. I ain't taking no offense.
I'm talking about I'm talking about as a whole. If you're not willing to go to war for your community, for your black people, for these kids, man, of course they're not gonna respect you.
Oh, okay.
Let me. Can I say something right quick?
Go ahead, Buck.
I heard him earlier speaking about the Hispanic situation. That's a whole different ball game. In your area, I don't know, you were Inglewood or something like that. They ain't really coming that way unless they got a purpose. They got a strategic thing they own. If they own Cermak or if they own 55th and Kansas, they looking for specific type people. If they own 75th and South Shore, they they know who they looking for. So, but the other party is they also looking for people starting crime and stuff like that. That's part of it. So if the people ain't doing nothing, ain't nobody finna mess with them. Just pull them out their house and just beat the hell out of them and stuff. Now, you talking about getting down. I hope you got some people with you, partner, because I've been always opponent. If I'm going to get down, I got to have some backup. You can't get down by yourself out there for whatever reason. If you look out there, you go out there, I'm finna take care of this, and you don't went out there, then you need to pick your fight, partner. It's just common sense sometimes. You got to stand down on some stuff. If it ain't the right time, let that go, man. Don't try to go out there and be no hero. The only time you have a hero is a sandwich, partner. And the best thing is sometimes you got some sense. The way you talk, you got some sense. So use it, and sometimes got to pick what's best at that day or what that time called for. Because some of this stuff you could just you think about it later on in life. A lot of people don't get that chance. They may go out there and play that John Wayne role, get out there and like, damn, they don't get that second thought.
Hey, let me say one thing to somebody. Cardell Rush, how about you come up here and tell us what you think, bro? Because I think there's another young guy. He's saying something crazy in the comments. Like I say, man, if you got anything to say, you can come up here and say it. Man, ain't nobody gonna go back and forth with you, in the comments. But like I say, I done seen people drop. I remember just a couple years ago, I got my charger shot up. I'm damn near lucky to be alive. So, like I say, I done been through real shit. My bad, I ain't trying to cuss, but I done been through real things. So, I don't know. Maybe you can come up here and you could tell me something that I don't know. I'm just like, my bad. You can continue.
Go ahead, Buck. Buck. I guess Buck hung up.
Yeah, whoever Cardell Rush is, go ahead and call in. Let us know something, because maybe you know something that I don't.
No, like I said, them people on that comment ain't finna call in, so don't take it seriously, partner.
I ain't taking that. Hey, maybe he's saying certain things in the comments. Again, if you call in, you can tell me something that I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know where you from. Tell us if you is there anything in your life you willing to die for. If not, then you pretty much telling us what type of man you is. It's simple. I don't know what to tell you. I
wouldn't bother with that, man.
I tell that to any black man. If you're not willing to die for something that you really care about, then man, this ain't your fight. This ain't for you. Stay in the house.
But listen, though, Doc, I can tell you this amount. A lot of time when we young, And I was a young man one time. We got the fear of death is less when you're a young man. You ready to go out and do whatever, and you don't worry about that. As you get old and God bless you to live a little longer, you make sensible decisions. The wisdom kicks in, and you make better choices. Sometimes I was a young man. I almost did some crazy stuff. So sometimes I pray that there was a better decision made in that, because some things you just can't take back. You kill somebody, you can't say I'm sorry. That ain't gonna bring them back. That's for real.
Right. I didn't say I didn't. I don't think I said nothing bad up there. I said I done did some bad things before, but I'm trying to do. I think ever since I lost my little homie, I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better for little brother. I'm trying to move the right way. So I don't really understand what other people talking about in the comments. Like, I'm confused. Like, I said, you ain't never had something in your life you willing to die for. Yeah.
Hey, brother, it's your choice, your life. You got the right to choose how you want to live and die. But like I said, maybe they want to encourage you to keep going. Maybe, like I said, you got to look at your future. Everybody got to say we don't really believe.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know how long their future is, but you at least got to believe that tomorrow's another day for you. It might be a better one.
Right.
So just try to get to tomorrow.
Brother Buck.
I'm gonna let y'all have it from there.
Okay,
y'all
thank you.
Blessed, man.
Okay, Brother Buck. 872-299-0808. You can call in 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Make sure you hit that like button. You're welcome to call in. The platform is open. If you want to ask the brothers some questions or make a statement, feel free. Feel free. The platform is open.
Call in, Cartier.
All right. The number's on the screen, people. It's on the screen. You can call in.
You probably got some suburbs anyway, man. They don't probably understand. Like I say, man, I haven't seen people fall in this area, man. People I really cared about. It ain't bowed down about no black man. That's like I told my grandma. I got most of the people I really care about more than myself. So yeah, if you only care about yourself, then yeah, you probably is gonna go in the house.
Okay.
Stay in the house when they get to.
Okay, we got another caller. Just calling in. Stay in this. Make sure you listen to the prompts. Want you guys to call in. This is a great conversation. I didn't know it was gonna go like this, but it's like this. So I didn't know it was gonna go like this. I'll be honest with you guys. I wasn't anticipating it going like this, but we wait till this new caller come in and they call and they listen to the prompts and we're going to hear what they have to say. So I appreciate you guys for tuning this. I think it's a great conversation. And if I can just try to convince someone to, okay.
You need to be joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, though, because these people come here, it can go another way.
Okay. Hello. Come on, hello.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, come on,
y'all
brother. Talk to us, brother. What you got to say?
Yeah, man, I'm 26 years old, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta real get control of your life. You hear me? Like for real. Figure. I don't know how old you is, but you sound like how I used to be. You get what I'm saying? Like you ready to crash about your shorty now. That ain't how you need to be. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You got a lot of more time ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the world is right now, bro, that shit needs to be the last thing you willing to put your neck on the line for. Like you got family, I don't know if you got kids, but you got people that love you besides little bro. No, don't get me wrong.
You got anything in your life you willing to die about?
My motherfucking kids, boy.
Your kids, that's it?
That's it.
Hey man, respect, man. I look at little brother like my kids. I look at my homies.
But you gotta give yourself a chance to have kids to know what that feel like. You know?
Man, you looking at these kids, is you looking around at what's going on?
Yeah, the shorties is the ones that's doing the killing.
Yeah, so you gotta make it make sense. We gotta help them out.
You can't help them out still sitting on the block with them, gang. You gotta show them something.
You know, me personally, I ain't never say I was sitting on the block with them, but at times when I do come in my area, I do look out for them, and I look out for even the older people that's out probably homeless or whatever the case may be. I ain't no block walker or nothing like that, but I definitely look out for my community the best way I can.
I get that, but look,
that's more than I can say for a lot of niggas in a lot of areas. I ain't gonna lie, but again, everybody ain't willing to. Everybody don't feel the same way about a certain black community.
If you don't mind me asking, how old you?
I'm 28.
You 28.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got no kids?
No, I don't got no kids.
You been locked up before?
Yeah.
How I know this?
Damn, you know, a typical Chicago nigga story, probably.
No, man. I could read you already, and I ain't saying you none of that. I'm telling you, gang, you gotta change. You older than me, and you sound like somebody that's 50.
I changed, bro, but at the same time, bro, we gotta look at reality, bro. These little niggas still need us, man. I just a couple hours ago, saying it was a 16-year-old boy that got shot in the head. Like, come on, man.
He's trying to be something he not. That's the problem with these young brothers. They trying to be something they not.
They need help. Who gonna help them?
We gotta show them the way first.
I'm out here.
Doing what though? You can't be out here talking about you finna go to war with the National Guard, gang. Like you gotta think real life with yourself. You want to live with real people on here, bro. Like you sound crazy saying that. You sound crazy saying that.
That ain't crazy, bro. It's just you gotta be willing to stand for something. If these people come down here and they not
like Mr. Buck said, bro, you can't take them people on by yourself. You gotta have a million more people that's feeling just like you, gang. They dropping them off by the 300s. You can't do nothing with we as a whole. We probably can't do nothing with them people. It's real life, bro. You gotta let the fantasy go. Like for real, bro. For real. I didn't see you older than me, so it's like I feel even more like like you supposed to be, man. We supposed to be working for the city, bro.
D.
Or something like that.
I was joined.
I ain't working for no
like real live showing shorty them like that ain't the way to win. Cause it ain't. I done got shot on the street, all type of shit. That shit ain't about nothing.
Okay.
About nothing out. This shit ain't about nothing.
Okay. We got one more.
Real life locking.
Hey, little bro.
Better yourself.
Hey, little bro. I appreciate you. Don't hang up though. Let me hear what D got to say. I got another caller. So just hang on the line. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Martin.
How you doing?
I want to speak with the young man that's on the phone that's
come
talking,
on. Yeah, come on with it.
Saying that he is out here ready to die for any and everything. First of all, I want to know, how old are you, baby?
I'm 28.
28.
Mm-hmm.
You have children?
No, I ain't got no kids. But I look at little brother as...
Okay, we're not talking about little brother right now. We're talking about you. You're only 28 years old. It's not funny. It's not funny. I have a 32-year-old son, a 31-year-old son, and a 25-year-old daughter that's been in the Army for 5 years. It's not funny, sir. You're not making any sense. And I'm speaking from a mother's point of view. You're not making any sense. You're sitting up here talking about you're going to go out here and you rather do anything for a block and the older people on the block. Guess what? I'm an older person. I'll be 52 years old. Guess what? We're going to make sure we okay. We just need for you to make sure you okay and get some, stop this, because it's nonsense. It's like it's a cry out. Are you crying out for help?
No.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm connected with Bam. We could get you together. I ain't gonna lie. This ain't, man.
This ain't it, right?
It ain't about nothing. I promise you. It's
right. He not making sense at all.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. Tell me what part this one makes sense.
What? What part I don't understand?
Oh, tell me the part that don't make sense.
None of it. You don't make sense at all. Talking about you gonna sit out here and kill for a block. A block that don't love you, don't love nobody on it.
I never said that, sweetheart. I never said that, sweetheart. But
You say, but I apologize. You say you'll die for the block.
I never said that either.
Okay, well, what you say?
Next caller.
No. Next caller because it's not funny.
We ain't having the same conversation. I ain't saying nothing about dying over no block. Next caller.
No, you said your area. That's what you said.
Exactly, Martin.
No, he said his community.
Yeah,
Right. The block, the area, the community, it's all the same thing, right?
No, not really.
Oh my God. You're not making sense.
It's not, sweetheart. I wouldn't expect for you to understand. If you ain't ever stood for something, then of course you probably wouldn't understand.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted you to say, that we never stood for nothing. What do you stand for? What do you stand for?
Yeah, I don't already said it, sweetheart. I don't already said it, sweetheart. I don't know why you screaming. I'm not trying to get
I apologize, but what do you stand for, baby?
I don't already said what I'm still standing for. What you standing for?
The little boys on the block, right?
No, I'm saying, I'm asking you, what do you stand for?
I stand for me, my children, my grandchildren. I'm going out there and I'm not saying nothing to these people, and I need them to clean up the block so my grandkids can have a chance at life. You get what I'm saying? And I want you to have a chance at life. I don't want your mother to, if something happened to you, who it hurt, it don't hurt you because you gone. Your mother is going to be the one that's grieving. It's going to be hurt.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that, sweetheart.
Oh my God. I'm just trying to get to you, baby.
But I appreciate that.
Okay, we got.
I ain't never say I'm gonna go just going around.
We got another caller. Come on, you can hold on, my dear sister. Come on, Marcus. Then we got 206. Okay. Marcus, come on, Marcus.
Yeah, I just read your topic, and earlier this morning I looked at that. What in the heck is Mayor Brandon Johnson doing? I guess he don't want to get reelected by black people, because that there is an insult to black people in this city. That right there. He cares more about the illegal immigrants from the way it looks than he do his own kind. And don't tell me he can't do nothing for black people, because Harold Washington did something for black people, and Mayor Eugene Sawyer did something for black people when they was in that seat. He is a perfect example, and I regret I voted for him. He is a perfect example of a real puppet being controlled by somebody. For him to say something like that, that's crazy. To do something like that, that's crazy. That is crazy. He seems to care more about illegals. And we were all taught to take care of your home first before you can help anybody else. How can you help somebody else and your house is not in order? The people who live in this city, who get up and go to work, who pay taxes, who break their back to make this city work, including the people who are poor. How can you, as mayor, sit here and then come into the black community, take photos, put on this show, and these other black politicians that are following along, it's like the Ringling Brothers. Only black people are the puppets, and the white man is pulling the strings. And so Trump is playing on this. And this is why a lot of black people on here have flipped from Democrat to Republican, because they're asking this question: what has the Democrats done for us? The Democrat Party, shame on you. Take care of outsiders and let the ones who are born here suffer. They gave these people stuff that they should have gave the American people. Now, I'm not a big fan of Trump, but do what you have to do to put things back in order. Do what you have to do. And Brandon ain't got to worry about getting stuck up. He got an army of police officers to protect him. What about the victims? People talk about the perps. People talk about the people who committed the crimes and why they committed the crimes. What about the victims that are left behind to suffer from the damage that they have done? That's something to think about. These illegals getting what we should be getting. Not just what black people should be getting, but what Americans should be getting. You got people sleeping on Lower Wacker Drive. You got people sleeping in cardboard boxes in Chinatown under viaducts, and then they don't want them there. You got people who are just 1 second away from being put outdoors. These landlords ain't going down on their rent. They're going up higher and higher. They're squeezing every bit of the juice out of the lemon that they can get. And you got a mayor, all he cares about is I'm not going to curse, Martin, all he cares about is the D-immigrants. The D-illegal immigrants. He could have sent the buses, he could have made those buses turn around. He could have sent them back to Texas. But he embraced them and housed them and kicked black people out of their own homes, kicked black people out of their own communities, put these people in black communities and put them in schools that they had shut down that said that they was unsafe for black children, but they were safe enough to put migrants in there, right? He housed these people. And I will say this in closing, anyone that gets that seat under the Democratic regime is going to have to do what the Democrat Party tells them to do, no matter what color they are. So I can't assault him on a personal level, but political, he made a dumb move.
Okay.
To me, it's actually dumb.
Thank you.
I mean, it's Donald Trump fault.
Thank
I think if anything, man, Trump's trying to look out for the youth.
Hold on, young man. I got another caller. I want to get him. I've spent half an hour, but you go by yourself. 206. Come on, 206.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can I be heard, everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. My phone is acting funky. I just want to be sure that the signal was coming through.
Mm-hmm.
I heard from a friend of mine, some of what Marcus is talking about. I need to look into what stupid Brandon Johnson done lately, because there's a whole resume of foolishness that he's into. But to the guest, the young fellow that you have here on your show, greetings to you, young fella. And I got a couple of questions, one for the young fella, and then later on one for brother G. Johnson. But to the young guy, let me ask you this: you born and raised in the city of Chicago?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and where are you from? The South or the West Side?
The South Side.
Okay, that's where I'm from, born and raised. You said to one of the previous callers, you were, of course, right and honest enough to admit you're 28 years old, but you did a little bit of time incarcerated. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
Was that a state? I don't mean to get too personal, and I'm going to try not to, but I'm thinking that was probably state. It wasn't state or federal time.
It was state.
Okay, now this is why I'm asking. You don't have to tell me the crime if you don't want. I'm not going to ask you. But my question is twofold. One, were the crimes that you were accused and convicted of committing, were they, one, in the black community, and two, if there were victims, were those victims black people in the community? What's your answer?
Well, ask the first question again. You saying
the crimes that you were convicted of committing crimes, and a lot of times we're innocent and get convicted, but you were convicted of a crime, correct, or more?
Yeah, it was in the black community. Yeah.
Okay, and if there were victims of those crimes, were those victims black people as well from the community?
There wasn't no victims.
Okay, so if there weren't victims, then you committed them in the, whatever it was, you committed it in the community, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so the issue is that you have victimized the community. So my question to you is, since you've done good in the community, have you tried to atone or to engage in some recompense or some compensation to the community after you've done harm to the community?
Well, me personally, I ain't done harm to nobody that didn't do harm to me. And what I got locked up for.
What do you mean by that? What do you? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And pretty much, I don't want to say too much. But
okay. No, that's okay.
Wasn't really no victim.
Oh, there wasn't no victim?
No.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like I was just doing crazy stuff in my community. Don't get me wrong, I did things in the past before, but we only talk about what I got locked up for.
Did the community benefit from what you got locked up for, or did the community lose?
I know, to me, it benefited.
I didn't say to you. I said, did the community benefit from you engaging in the acts that got you convicted, or did the community lose? I'm talking about the community now.
Yeah, it benefited. Yeah, while I was out here, it benefited.
It benefited. Oh, okay, all right. So you got convicted doing something to benefit and to help the community is what you did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Somebody's laughing.
That's
Hold
me.
on, y'all.
I'm
Slow
sorry.
down.
I'm sorry. 206. Go ahead.
Well, you're the host, so you have the right to do whatever.
No, but I gotta respect
but
that.
Okay.
Hold on, young lady.
So
hold on. Let 206 go ahead. Go ahead, 206.
I'm almost done.
Go ahead.
So if you did something to benefit the community that you got convicted for, then I'm assuming you'd be willing to tell us exactly what that was here on the live. Would you be willing to do that?
Nah, man. Nah.
No, wait a minute. Now, you did something to benefit the community that helped the community, but you mean to tell me right here on this live, you're talking to members of the community now. You mean to tell me you did something to help the community, but you're not willing to tell us exactly what that was? Am I understanding you correctly?
You are, sir, because it's just too much. I thought it was 1 or 2 questions, bro. You asked me about 5 questions already.
Well, you haven't answered any of them, so it doesn't matter how many there are. You haven't answered the main question I'm asking you.
I did, bro. I told you there wasn't no victims. I wasn't,
So then, if it helped the community, then what was the crime? You should be proud of it. You should take pride in it. I'd like to hear what it is.
I was keeping the people close to me safe.
You were doing what?
I was keeping the people close to me safe.
And how were you? How were you doing that? Safe from what?
Safe from violence.
Okay. All right. I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. We could anyway. And the last question, and the lady can talk. I don't want to take up all the time, but
hey, I'm a man of the community. Man, I'm a man of the community.
Say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What was that?
I'm a man of the community. I know I can't say that for a lot of, grown men in the community.
Well, based on what you said, a lot of people that have called in, and I've been reading the crazy chat too. Most people, it seems to be that most people would disagree with that, but it is what it is, I guess.
A lot of people ain't probably really stood for nothing on nobody else besides themselves.
You don't know that. You don't know what other people have stood on. You only know what you stood on, and you didn't want to be forthright enough to talk to us about it here on this live. That's the only thing you know. Isn't that correct?
Like Martin said, I didn't even know this was going to go like this.
Well, you didn't have to. Life, that's the way life is. Life always goes ways that you didn't think it was going to go. Doesn't it? You're old enough to know that at 28.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
Yeah, we all are, brother. That's what Neely Fuller said. People asked Neely Fuller before he died. They'd ask him, say, how you doing, brother Neely Fuller? You know what he said? Still learning. That's a true statement. Martin, and I'm going to let
go ahead.
Please speak. I've been hearing rumors. I'm going to ask you this, and then I'm going to mute my line, and I'm going to shut up. But I'm going to ask you this. I've been hearing that the King of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, and I'm not hating him if this is true, but I don't know if it is. You may know, you may not. But I've been hearing he's not FBA, that he has an immigrant background. Do you know anything about that?
I heard that too, Haitian. I heard that too. I don't have proof on that, but I
Haitian?
know he was adopted, so it
I don't
might
either.
be true. That might be some
Oh,
truth in
he was
that.
adopted.
Yeah, he was adopted. I
I'm
know
gonna
that
do some more
much.
research.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. You know what? These adopted, and I swear I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna shut up. But some of these people that are adopted, they're champions of truth because they've been through it all. But sometimes these people are adopted, like that sheriff up in Wisconsin, the brother sheriff, be wearing the cowboy hats. He was adopted too. Sometimes, man, they'd be crazy as hell, man. You don't know what's gonna be coming out of their mouth. But I'm gonna be quiet and let y'all speak. It's a pleasure being here. And peace and blessings to everybody. I'll mute my line.
Okay, come on, Bill.
Hey, I've been listening for a little bit, and I know what the topic of the show is. And I heard you mention that the show took a turn, and I could see why. And I gotta say something to young blood, even if you don't receive what I'm saying, man. I gotta say it, or I'm not being somebody that stands for something.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people on here, you think they haven't stood for anything, and I'm speaking for a person, to you as a person that's been out in these streets. Number one, talk about going up against the United States Army is ludicrous due to the fact it's a lose-lose situation, especially when, like Martin said, all they might be doing is asking you to go in the house or whatever, and you're not receiving that. But they might be telling you to go in the house, you and your family, because they finna shoot up the whole block.
Well, I actually said if they come in a peaceful, respectful manner, it can go that way. I don't know if y'all heard me now.
Okay.
Okay,
now I'm finna give you some real good game, little bruh. You ain't got to die for nothing. Dying for your hood or your block, your family. That's something different, and it's part of your family. You don't. I've listened to young brothers, including my nephew, and I used to say it too. I got corrected. This my family. I die for my family. Why would you? You don't have to, because if you smart and you thinking to die for your family, you ain't gonna benefit them from that point on. Now, as my father told me, your mama will die for you, but I ain't dying for you. He said, I'll kill for you. So if you got the right mindset, you don't have to die for your family. Sometimes it could be a situation where there's no choice. It's some kids, the shorties on the block you talking about, you hear shooting or whatever, and you grab one of them and cover them up, and unfortunately you lose. That's one thing. But to claim a whole neighborhood where half the people there don't feel the same way about you, they'll make you think they feel the same way about you. You don't have to die for nothing stupid, man. That community that you keep talking about it's only so many people that live in there that's homeowners. And if you own a home, killing somebody versus them doing something to your house is one thing. You don't own no block. Man, Daly, back in the day, I figured out he ain't blessed me with this block. He ain't blessed me with this building. And when I'm dead and gone, the same thing gonna be going on. They gonna talk good about me at the funeral and lie and pour out a drink, and it's gonna be over with. You ain't got man. You got. I see your intent to help the younger generation, but saying something like that, I die for my community. You got to stand. You got to die for something. You got to die, but it ain't no set reason why you got to die. You got to get in your mentality that you want to die from old age, not from gun violence, not for conflict, not for a disagreement. And I've been there. I done did more than most in these streets, man. And like the brother, I believe it was Buck said, man, you got to change your thought, because there's a thing called the art of war. If you win the battle right then, but later on you lose the war, it don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So going up against or even saying it, and them little shorties, he you say that, man, they gon' if they respect you the way I think they respect you, or like or love you, they gonna be feeling the same way. And they might not have a gun in their hand or nothing. They might have a play gun, might throw a rock, and it's a situation. All because we ain't navigating through this life watching our tongue. And what the realism of it is, you got a chance to do something good. I feel you got a good heart, man, but it's some old ways that you're gonna have to let loose. Some old ways. Protecting the hood in the block that's gonna be there when all y'all dead and gone. Some things is a principle, but when you don't put yourself in those situations and constantly tell yourself, when you constantly tell yourself certain things, your mind gonna react on it. I ain't taking nothing off of nobody. Nigga do this, nigga. And your mind and your body and your actions gonna react just to that. And ain't nothing worth dying for except for your family, your immediate family. Nothing. And in most cases, when it comes to making a choice to die for your family, you can live and not even go to jail if you think it right. You can't do your family no good. You can't do them shorties. You can't do your race no good if you make a foolish mistake and be gone. That's all I gotta say now.
Let me play this video.
Your brother.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. Go ahead, Marcus.
Can I say something right
quick?
quick?
Then I got to play a video. Go ahead.
To any, and this not just geared to this young man, because I don't know him, but to any young person that's listening to your show, if you see the National Guard, do not shoot at them, because that's what they want. That's what these racist white people want. They're waiting on that. The National Guard is a part of the military, and they're gonna do what they were trained to do. Don't throw nothing at them. Don't try to fight with them, because you can't beat them. And if you do outnumber them, they're gonna send in the full wing of the military. You are fighting a losing battle. Just do what they tell you to do. Don't give them what they want. That's all I want to say.
All right. We check this video out, people. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
People out there are acting like they don't understand what is actually happening in the city of Chicago in regards to the ICE raids. Let me tell you something. Black people, again, are collateral damage in this. And all the black people that are getting mad at ICE and Donald Trump, hold on, you got to get mad at the politicians right here locally, because it was the politicians right here in your city that decided to dump the migrant issue on the black community like they do every single time. When they came across the border and checked asylum, they were able to come over into our city and get incentives like medical care, 6 months free rent, free transportation, free child care. We fed them each and every day. And those people that they were giving assistance to, They didn't go up to the north side and to the white community. All of the people out there protesting that are white, they didn't open up their doors for them, and they didn't want none of the shelters on their neighborhood. Guess where they opened up the shelters? In the black community. Those same school buildings that they shut down in 2013 that were educating black kids, they took those school buildings and they made them migrant shelters. And then they gave over $700 million to a company out in Florida to manage those shelters. They took the buildings that you've been asking for to be developed and build new housing, and they made them into migrant homes, giving them 6 months of free rent. They dumped the problem on black community like they do every single time. When it was George Floyd riots, they closed downtown and pushed people to loot into the neighborhoods because they knew that people didn't care. Where was all the people right now? They weren't in our neighborhoods helping us open up back up our businesses. They were not in our neighborhoods helping us clean up. They weren't in our neighborhoods when we were fighting for Laquan McDonald, who was shot 16 times by Jason Van Dyke. I didn't see them at the protest. But now, right now, they want to make black people a part of the fight. When they made us collateral damage in the first place, we are always losing. That's why ICE is raiding buildings where black people are, is because they put them there. They pay for their rent. They pay for their food. They pay for their child care. They pay for everything, but they didn't put them where they live. They put them where black people live because they don't want to invest into the community. So that's the easiest place to dump a problem. So yes, we can say ICE is being aggressive. Yes, we know that our armed forces are always aggressive more to us. But what we can say is that our politicians did it to us. They should have never allowed them to come over here in droves like they did. And then when they did come over here, they should have never put them and dumped them in black communities, acting like we didn't want economic development, like we didn't deserve better schools and deserve community centers and deserve grocery stores. We deserve better. And our politicians need to act like it. Stop putting everything before us.
All right, people. All right. That was a good one now. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a good one. The Jamal Green. A lot of you know the young activist here in the city of Chicago, that's doing great things. All right. Callers. Go ahead.
I agree with him to a certain extent, but he got to understand, he trying to make it seem like they don't care about black community. You gotta understand, we don't even really care about the black community, because what was happening when we was doing all that looting? We was looting from places in our neighborhood. We was destroying our own community. So if we don't care about our community, why we expect them to care?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he understands.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's still community to be saying that.
You don't know.
And I know what school he taught. Certain schools that he was talking about. There was a school over there on, I think on like 81st and May.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Calumet.
Calumet.
Yeah, they actually shot a movie in that school like a couple
with
decades
Usher in the 90s.
Yeah. And I remember I used to actually go to that school, and I remember I was riding past, and I rolled past, and I seen a whole bunch of immigrants out there. You know what I'm saying? They had their clothes and stuff hanging out the window, I guess. So, I mean, I understand to a certain extent, but like I say, man, we don't really care too much about our community. So why we expect them to care?
Well, can I ask you a question, young man?
Yes.
Did you receive anything that man was saying to you just a minute ago? Not Martin, but the man that was speaking at first. Did you receive anything that he said to you?
I received it because I understand he's saying that it's the politicians that dump these people here. But again, it all comes back to, us caring about our community. And if we don't care, then why we expect anybody else to care?
Who says we don't care?
Right.
I just showed you how. A lot of people not even really in the community like that doing nothing positive. And
a lot of people are, though.
Where?
Well, you just heard one talking. Martin just showed you one talking. You talking to him on the line now, ain't you?
Wait, hold on. Is you talking about the guy that was just in the video, or?
That not only him, but Martin, me, the woman that was just talking. If we didn't care about the community, we wouldn't be taking the time to talk to you on the phone.
People that's on this line.
Okay, so
What do y'all do for the youth? What do y'all do for the youth?
You know what? It's funny because it's like you just don't take in nothing that we saying.
You, I don't know what you laughing about. That was actually a real question. Y'all say y'all do for the community. I'm asking, okay, what do y'all do for the youth? Why is that funny?
I didn't hear nobody laughing, but we got
I definitely just heard somebody laugh.
Well,
I think she just laughed. I don't know what's funny. That's a real question.
I work with the youth on my job.
Well, we got to educate.
Go ahead. Go ahead, 206.
Go ahead, Martin.
I work with the youth.
Martin, brother, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Matter of fact, I was working with one of my participants on a job that I work. I can't really reveal so much information, but we walked to the store together, and I bought him some lunch, and we talked about some personal things, and I was able to assist him on some things. He told me some of his dreams and goals. I said, well, I got a buddy that's on such. I'm going to give him a call and let him talk to you. So I work with youth. I got several youth on my caseload. So, I mean, I've been working with youth. A lot of youth look up to me. And when I see them in the street, they talk to me, and I help youth. I detour youth for not using gun violence. What I try to do you today, but I don't consider you young, but you older, middle age, and you ready to pull that trigger for something that I'm trying to tell you, you die for something that is nothing. There's no nothing in there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I gave you the example about the projects. The projects was making a lot of money up and down State Street from 51st to 35th. We go all the way down to 22nd to the Dearborns. They was making money. But when it come time for the white man that came in there and say, hey, we finna tear these buildings down, they didn't go to war with the white man. They didn't go to war with the demolition people, keep them from tearing that building down. And guess what? That was the area. They can come in. When you go with the projects, they search you in some of these buildings. You might even lose your life. But when that white man came in there, that white man, he said, everybody got to go. We got to have this building. Shut all that down. Now, listen. That's why I asked you. Them same people. As a matter of fact, we got one person on this live right now that used to do hustle in the project down there where I'm talking about. Ain't nobody out there standing out there now. Nobody. Bill, tell them. You can tell them. Ain't nobody out there standing out there protecting that ground. That stumping ground.
Yeah. So who else does things for the youth?
I want to answer you what I do for the youth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're not considered a youth, but I felt compelled, no matter what the show was about, to give you my insight, part of my experience, and hoping that it will give you some guidance, especially with you saying that you are dealing with the youth in your community, on your block, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What I do for the youth, it might not be on a large scale, but what I believe everybody should do is the youth that's closest to you, your kids, your nephews, your neighbor. Have conversation with them. The same conversation that I had with you. I had the same conversation with my nephew because I heard him say too many times, I die for my mama. When you don't have to. And we don't only talk about that, we talk about other things. And he's a good kid. I got nephews that got kids that I talk with. And I think if we all, the immediate ones that's around us, give some input into their lives, or if you see them straying the wrong way, try to put them on the right track. Because it does no good. It does no good if you, just like a preacher, pastor, whoever, politician, any person, if you don't have your home and your community, meaning your family and what's around you in order, and you out here standing on the soapbox preaching to the whole community, but your household is foul. You ain't did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
You gotta get yours together first.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate y'all black men.
Go ahead, 206.
You know the things y'all doing for the youth. I appreciate that because.
So we're not done yet. We're not done yet, brother. Let me tell you what 206 does. A long time ago, I realized that a lot of the young sisters and the young brothers in the community have a problem with literacy. They have a problem with reading. They have a problem with writing. They have a problem with comprehension. Now, I'm born and raised on the south side of Chicago, born in University of Chicago, Lyon Medical Center. Grew up in Hyde Park in North Kentwood. I was there when the Hyde Park Racquetball Club was built. I've been a voracious reader since I was 8 years old. I live in Seattle, Washington now, and guess what? We got black folks here too, and their reading is even worse than it was in Chicago. Since 2007, I'm a member of a group called Near the Middle Passage here in Seattle, Washington. We hold clinics, literacy clinics in the high schools and middle schools here in Seattle, Washington. And I have tutoring classes where I help with reading, writing, composition, English, so on and so forth. And I use that as a covert way of turning our youth on to the late Dr. Amos Wilson, the late Dr. Bobby Wright, the late Dr. John Heinrich Clark. I turned them on to the late Ivan Van Sertima. I turned them on to the late, and now recently passed away, David M. Hotep, the anthropologist. I turned them on to reading material about themselves, about their families, about the histories that they have never, ever, ever, ever heard before, anywhere in school, anywhere on TV. They've never heard the word Steve Coakley before anywhere. Now, Coakley's not an author, but sometimes when we have videos, I show Brother Steve Coakley. I show Brother Runoko Rashidi. I brought Runoko Rashidi. Some of you may know who he is. Some of you may not. He's kind of on the same level of Ivan Van Sertima. I brought him here on Rainier Avenue in Life Enrichment Bookstore, and he did the Black presence in early Europe, the Black presence in early Asia that turned these middle school and high school kids on fire. He was going to sell the books. They wanted the books so much, he gave 37 books away to those students. Now, this same group is partnering with, this is new, but we are going to take 21 students to the African American Museum in Washington, D.C. in April of 2026, and we're taking their parents, and it will be one of the most extraordinary experiences in these young people's history. And they are straight from the ghetto on the West Coast. I don't care what anyone says, West Coast ghettos are worse than any of them in the country. But that's just a snippet of what I'm doing for the community, for the youth, and for the elders right here. That's my answer to your question. Next.
Hey, 206.
Yes, sir.
And Martin, y'all could I'm listening to what 206 just said, and y'all could testify to this. The people or persons that you have known throughout life that couldn't read have committed some of the worst crimes or have been some of the meanest spirited people you've ever run across. That is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It might sound like it teaching somebody how to read might not be, it might be nothing, but
It's a lot.
The people I've known that I discovered that they couldn't read a lot of times is after they done committed a crime and they getting ready to go away for a very long time, and
that's right.
They're totally. I've been in the penitentiary myself. It's guys that cause mayhem on the street. including the penal system. And once they were taught to read, it changed them totally as a human being. I've seen it.
Yes, I have. I've seen it too.
Mark,
it's such a beautiful thing. I don't mean to interrupt you. It's such a beautiful thing. I'll say this quick. Sometimes when you see the light come on, not only in someone's mind, but in their spirit, it's such a beautiful thing. Sometimes I feel as if I'm not even, as an individual, mortal human being with flaws, I'm not even worthy of seeing it happen. To put them on a path towards self-realization, evolution, and freedom, it's one of the most beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful feelings in the world. I'll mute my line.
Okay, Marcus, I'm gonna close with you, Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus. You're my last person.
If I may chime in.
Go ahead, Marcus.
All right. What I have done for the youth, it may not seem important, but I'm a photojournalist here in Chicago, work for the Chicago Crusader newspaper, one of the only black newspapers up and running. And the first one I work for is the Communicator. It's a black newspaper based in Inglewood. Now, what I have done is use my photography as a support system. I have shown up at a lot of these young kids' games whose parents might not otherwise show up. One boy told me his father didn't believe that he played basketball, and here I show up with the camera, give him free pictures. He's able to show his father that he plays basketball for Dunbar High School. A lot of these kids be looking for support. Their parents are not supporting them. So when I would show up at a game, I would see the look on their face, even kids that I didn't even know personally. Morgan Park, for instance, football team. I showed up at their game, and they looked at me like they had been knowing me all their life because they had heard through word of mouth about me. So for me to show up at their game and shoot pictures and not charge them, I've given poor black kids free photos and not made no big deal about it. That's my way of giving back to the black community and supporting these young people. They be dying for people to show up at their games. I did the Ogden Park Vikings in Inglewood, gave them news coverage, which most news outlets don't cover Park District sports at all. These kids be looking for that. And when they see me coming, I see a glow on their face. Even some of the baddest kids from the streets, I see a glow on their faces if they've seen Jesus. They see me coming, they know what I'm about to do, and they know they're going to get free pictures to show their relatives, their mother or their father. Some of these kids are foster kids. They foster parents don't care about them. All they care about is a check. They don't support them in their sports. They be looking around to see if the parents are in the bleachers. It means a lot. So I've supported, that's my contribution to the youth. I would love to do more, but unfortunately, these black-owned newspapers, they don't seem to care about the community like they should.
You know what? I appreciate all you. I really do.
Okay.
I think there was a lot of our experience. I like to compare my experience to this movie that I'm pretty sure y'all know. It's called Boys in the Hood, and I dislike for this specific thing that Lawrence Fishburne was the only father in the neighborhood, and really all he had to do was wrap his arms around all of those kids, but he didn't. And he only looked after his son. And I like to compare that situation to what I grew up, with. And I looked at that and it made me feel some type of way to the point where I do want to wrap my arms around all of the, the shorties in my neighborhood. Maybe that's why I am the way I am, but I definitely appreciate y'all contributions in the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you so much.
You forgot to say your biggest contribution, your platform, man.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah,
if any of these kids listening, engage. This is gold on here. I'm 64 years old and I learn stuff all the time. This show makes me think about so much, but more than anything, just not a lot of things, but things that pertain to my people. It make me think about my people, and it make me want to love them and help them in many ways that I can. So Martin, you might not have a million followers, but you got a great thing going on here, and we need the youth. That's our future. I hope any that's listening, any that's in a comment, appreciate some of the stuff that come across this airway and call just like this young man did. And that's the only way we gonna correct some of the wrongs that we did, especially myself. Especially myself. So thank you, Martin.
Okay.
Your
No
biggest
problem.
contribution is this platform.
Okay.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right. Thank you. All right, people. I'm gonna leave this with 206, and I need y'all to listen to me real well. I got a friend that I see her all the time at the flea market, and she said she tell her students, people that tend to know how to read in life do well, do better, much better in life. So reading is fundamental, reading comprehension. So I tell young people, if you want to be success, you have to start reading. You have a lot of people, and I'm quite sure 206 can agree with me on that know how to read, but they are lazy. They rely on other people to do the reading for them. So when people know how to read, they get better deals on their automobiles. They get they can read instructions and everything. Some people just sign on a dotted line and trusting other people that they're telling them the truth about what they're signing away in their life. So reading is fundamental, people, and I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I appreciate all the wonderful comments and all that. And man, it's been a blast tonight. Wasn't planning on going this way, but it went this way. Sometimes you gotta let the spirit lead. Let the spirit lead. So I want to thank you guys again. Please, my YouTube family, do me a favor. We're not asking for money. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, people. I'd rather have 7,000 people that's active on this channel than have 100,000 just looking, don't say nothing. Because I'm want to help somebody. And at the same time, while I'm helping you, I'm helping myself. Appreciate you guys. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. What is it? Live, uncut, and what? Unedited.
Uncut,
Tell the
unedited.
truth. And what? Shame the devil. Number one thing. I love being black. I love being